Hey y'all, and welcome back. Just wanted to touch in today to talk about something that is very, very, very important. And I'm gonna ruffle a little feathers today with this one because I'm gonna call some people out. It's just something that I feel need to be discussed. So I had the pleasure of spending some time with my father this weekend. Now, me and my father, we talk every day. We're very close now. And I'm saying that to say we wasn't always as close as we are now. He was always in my life, but distant due to his career choice and mostly because of my mother. So I wanted to speak to the ladies. Um, we have to start allowing these men to be a part of their kids' lives. And don't get mad. If you get mad, better yet, I'm talking to you because I'm not talking to anybody in particular. But this is something that I noticed. I've never done it, and I done been through hell and high water with, the father of my children and things like that. But I never was one of them bitter women that, oh, you ain't trying to be with me. You can't see little JoJo, Kiki, and or tell your new bitch to. We're not doing that. And I wanted to bring this up because I've been talking to my dad, and when I decided to start doing these videos, my very first video, my dad knew some things happened to me, but he didn't know the extent. And on Father's Day of this year, I had a little breakdown, y'all, and me and my dad was on the phone because I'm in Texas, he in Louisiana. And, I was just bringing all of that up. I just let it all out, and my dad was so hurt. He knew things, but he didn't know the extent and how much of it. He knew I wasn't happy. He knew I got pregnant early. He knew I was being abused to some form, but he didn't know the extent. And that was because of my mother, y'all. And the reason I'm saying something about it now is because of that. Because all the things that I said I went through in that video, I tried to tell my dad. He knew I wasn't happy. He tried to, he was in the military, y'all. So when he was in the country and things like that, he would try to come get us. And I was under the impression, y'all, that my dad didn't care about me. I had nobody. And that's because my mother was telling me those things. She would say things like, he with his other family, or he married to somebody else now, and he don't care about you, and oh yeah, I called him. She would lie and say that she reached out to him and he didn't respond, and stuff like that. So as a child, when you have an adult, the person that you're living with, that's your caretaker, telling you these things, you're going to take that for face value. And a lot of these women do that, and they lie. And I see it now. I see chicks that I won't say is my friend, because they sit there and they act like it's the man's fault that they're not together. And I'm going to say this first off before I get into details. Some of these relationships ain't meant to be, y'all. We got to stop holding on to people because, oh, I married him, but you over there miserable. And the relationship is abusive. Y'all don't have no compassion or love for each other, but y'all worried about money and things like this. So you worried about what people gonna say. Oh, I done had a baby by him, and I don't want to go try to be with nobody else and be a baby mama, so I'm gonna just sit here and be unhappy. And then the kid is suffering. And or when you break up with a person because it didn't work out, because in your mind, it's my soulmate, or we were supposed to get married, we had a child, when we was having sex one time, you told me you love me, and we gonna be a family and get married. And then after the child come, it just don't work. Kids don't keep men or women, guys. It doesn't. Kids don't keep people together. You gotta have love, compassion, patience, peace. It's so much you have to be able to stay with somebody and genuinely be with them. And everybody got somebody. We just got to stop holding on to what we thought was and just allow God to step in and bring us the person that's meant for us. And I had to learn it too. But anyways, a lot of these women have kids, get with a guy, and they just have this fake ass, oh, I'm gonna marry him, we gonna be together, this my man, whatever, whatever. And then when it don't work out and this guy wants to move on with his life, a lot of women tend to hold a grudge. They feel some type of way, like they feel like this man belongs to them, or this man, can't go be with nobody else. And if they do, I'm gonna make it hard for them. Like, you gonna leave me with this baby, and you gonna go over there and be with this person. So I'm not gonna let you see my child, or I don't want my child around a woman. Now with that, meet this woman. If this man, if they're serious, get, tell them, I don't have a problem with that. We got to learn to have open communication as adults. We find every reason to be toxic, just to be detrimental, things like that. Not realizing that's going to affect the child. Y'all might not think you do it. There's people in their 20s right now that just, young men and women don't know how to have healthy relationships because they watch their parents attempt to co-parent, and that's what they see as normal or healthy, and they follow that. Kids emulate what they see, y'all. So we got to be careful what we're saying and doing in front of them. The things that we experience, we got to make sure we keep it hidden from the kids, because if you're going through all these abusive, toxic, detrimental things in front of your kids dealing with relationships, they're going to grow up and get in relationships and do the same thing. It's a very, it's rain, rare situation where a child wants better because they saw this with their parents, but it's hard because that's embedded in them. So we just got to make better decisions. But anyways, I was told, my dad didn't care about me while I was being molested and raped and things like that. So for the longest time, y'all, I always looked at my dad as my hero. I'm not gonna lie. He was in the army. He was traveling to Germany and Japan and Hawaii. He just everywhere. Every time I talked to him, the few times I would speak with him, he was always in these different places. And my dad was this big, tall man. He was a boxer for the army, so he was my hero, y'all, in my mind. That he was the ideal man of what I thought men were supposed to be: tall, strong, protectors, a fighter need to be. But my mother did everything in her power. Mind you, the way she treated me, she broke me down, and she did everything in her power to destroy what I thought, was healthy. And y'all see how that turned out. So I'm really emotional, y'all, because I can tell my conversation with my dad and him being open to everything. And he's watched my video, even though we had already spoke about it. It's really, he constantly I know my dad loved me. Before I even did all of this, my dad told me he sends stuff for my kids. We visit, we do things. So I knew that, but I think it hurt him because of what I went through. And he feels like he failed and he wasn't there. And, even though it wasn't his fault, I think he still kind of has like a, like holding something against himself. Like I can tell it bothers him, and it's not his fault, y'all. But women, my mother down talked my dad in front of me and my brother and just anybody because he chose to do something with his life. He didn't want to stay in New Orleans, living in the projects, shooting dice, selling dope, clubbing, whatever. He wanted to go out and be a provider and try to do things. And because they didn't work, and he chose to move on with his life and be happy. She was bitter, even though she was out here doing her. So that's petty. As long as you happy, you don't care what he do. But when you're not happy in a relationship, you're mad. And I see that a lot with these women. Like I see videos posted where they busting out their baby daddy windows because he got a girlfriend he living with now, but he wants to get his child. But you telling him no, but you mad because he was somebody else. He keep asking to get the child, but you mad because he was somebody else and you're saying no, but you calling him deadbeat. Make that make sense. He not deadbeat, Trick. You deadbeat. You sorry. You're sad. You're pathetic. With capital letters. Exclamation point. Get it together. Ladies, that's not cute. And it's sad because just because you and little Davon didn't work out and he over there with little Noonie and you broke up with the dude you was dealing with, you want to go back to picking at this man because he's dealing with somebody he's happy with? That's not cool. That's selfish and that's sad. Only person you harming is that child because you sitting there not letting this child be around the father. You this bitterness that you have is causing animosity between you and the father, which don't have to be there. Y'all don't have to be together for y'all to have a healthy co-parent. Y'all can hate each other. Honestly, hate each other behind closed doors, but when y'all in front of them kids, hey, good morning, how you doing? Happy birthday. You have to do those things you want, because then you wonder why your kids growing up and they doing the same thing you did. 4 or 5 baby mamas, 4 or 5 baby daddies, clubbing, wow. Men ain't this and women ain't it. I'm a player. That's what the problem is, y'all. We can't fix ourselves as a community until we start in our own house. Please, like, I'm tired of seeing these young men out here wanting to be players. I'm tired of hearing women tell their 3 and 4 year old sons, like, you tell them, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, girl, my son a player. No, that's not cute. Words are spelled. Stop telling your son he a gangster and he a G and he a pimp and he a player, because when he get up in age and that shit subconsciously deposited in your brain and he start living out there, then you feel some type of way because he going to jail. He got all these girls calling your house, coming up. He got 2 chicks pregnant. They fighting his drama at your door. But you put that in him. Don't do that. Stop telling your daughters that they ain't shit, because I know it's a lot of women. We treat our daughters like crap. Not we, because I don't do that, but We kind of baby our sons and uplift them and tell them they're kings and pimps. We don't tell our daughters, most people, that they're queens and princesses and they're worthy of a husband, and a man will find his wife and love you, and it's going to be this and that. We hard on them. And I'm guilty of this part right here. The oldest child, especially if it's a girl, she kind of take on being the second mother. But I was working, so she was just kind of in the house with them. But I cooked and made sure they had everything. But it was like she was an in-house babysitter, and that ain't her job. They don't have kids. And yeah, we gotta do what we do as long as you explain to your kid what's going on, but don't never put your son on a pedestal and tell him he a player, he a pimp, and he this and he that, and he gotta be hard and he gotta be tough and he gotta do this and he gotta do that. But make him think he old tough guy, cute, I'm a player boss type thing, and then telling your daughter to sit the F down. If she wanna get dressed up and get cute, little girls emulate their mama. So if my daughter see me with my braids and my little lip gloss on, she might wanna do that, but you think, oh, you fast, sit your high. No, these kids are emulating what they see, and what you put into them, that's what they're going to let out. So we got to start uplifting our kids, young boys and young girls, early, and treat them accordingly. Treat them as kids. Let them be kids. Your daughters want to be like you women, so watch what you're doing. Watch who you're dating. Watch how you treat their fathers. Watch how you talk to men. We have to respect our men, y'all. Like, I'm so sick of just emasculating our black men that is sad. And not just black men, all men, but in the black community, y'all. It's freaking horrible. Yes, they have trash men, but let me tell y'all something. I'm a woman. And the stuff I think when I get mad sometimes, y'all, because one thing I do, I might get mad. I'm a Virgo. I think real crazy. I be want to blow up the whole earth. I be like, the earth ghetto is trash. I'm about to buy. Like, I go in, but I don't act that out. I internalize it and I let it out. Even if I got to go cry, because we got to stop, y'all. We can't never get better. I'm just tired, bro. Like, I sit around and I hear women. I see videos every day. I seen the video this morning. First thing I wake up, I went on my Instagram and look at my alerts, and a chick done messed up her baby daddy car. What's the point? That car ain't got no, you want to hurt his feelings, you go hurt the car with no feelings. But see, y'all dudes crazy, because baby, I'm pressing charges. Start treating them like y'all would treat a random stranger. They hit your car, file a claim. Hit them where it hurt. Y'all got to start treating these females like you would treat a random stranger, to teach them that you're not going to tolerate that. Because when y'all sit there and y'all let these women disrespect y'all and talk to y'all like that and hitting on you and all of that, they feel like, oh, he want me. He just playing hard to get. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to do that. Oh, he ain't do. Oh, if you don't respond, they keep doing it because they realize it's not bothering you. She hit you or come over there banging on your door, pushing you. Call the police. Let her go to jail. I don't care if that's your baby mama. Get your child. You can get your child while she in jail. She can't deny that. Y'all got to start learning the laws and stop thinking that everybody against y'all. I got a homeboy right now in a custody battle. I'm sorry. That I be want to go beat his baby mama up, y'all. It's sad. There are good men out here. And brothers, I'm with y'all on that. Stop letting these tricks handle y'all, feeling like you just gotta you ain't gotta put up with nothing. You don't have to sleep with these women because they feel like you their baby daddy, you entitled. You don't have to do nothing for her. You take care of your kid, that's all you have to do. Especially these chicks that get mad and go run and put their baby daddies on child support, or their ex on child support because he telling them, I'm not happy. Shouldn't you be happy that somebody's telling you, I don't want to be with you and move on healthy? Y'all want to get mad. Or y'all rather him stay with you, cheat on you, and be doing it. That's stupid, and it's so unhealthy and ignorant, y'all. Y'all got to do better. Like, for real. Like, leave these men alone. Let these men live their life. You holding on to him, trying to stop him from living his life, but you could be missing your blessing because you don't know what God got for you. God could be waiting to send you your Prince Charming. You know what I'm saying? Your shining knight on to come take care of you and them kids. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is, y'all, I see a lot of them, they pick at their, their children's fathers until they meet them somebody. And then when they meet them somebody, they don't care them. Well, they're selfish. Sit back and just look at your actions. As a female, as a woman, we're supposed to carry ourselves in a highlight, y'all. We got to respect our men. We got to love ourselves, our children. Even when these relationships fail, y'all done did some. Y'all don't know God working mysterious ways. Y'all could have been brought together just for that time, toxic or whatever, just to have these kids. Your kids going to come and that's the blessing. Take it. And these men want to be in their kids' lives, let them. But stop trying to control what they do after the relationship don't work. You know what I'm saying? Or stop thinking because you were just sleeping with somebody and you got pregnant that y'all in a relationship. Y'all know what it was when y'all was just sleeping with these people. So don't go to feeling like they're obligated to do stuff. What I've learned is nobody's obligated to do nothing here. You're only able to control yourself. And sometimes we can't do that. You don't know what the divine have in plan for you. We got to just learn to do what we can do for ourselves. Stop trying to control the outcome of things. Nobody knows what it is. Stop worrying about what's going to happen or how it's going to look, and live it today and do what's best and what's comfortable and, what looks right, all that. Like, just get out of your ego. That lower vibration, ladies. Back to y'all. But I want to say that I resented my daddy, y'all. And I resented my daddy thinking that he left me hanging and I went through all this stuff and my life was so hard because only if he would have came to me. And then when I had a conversation with my dad, y'all, and for years, I was mad at my dad. I'd be short with him, whatever, but we had a conversation. Finally, when we had a conversation, and I recall some of the things he said. My dad was fighting and trying, but when a woman has custody of these kids and we're in the household with them and, he's not around, these men go to court. A lot of these judges are biased as hell. And I'm going to say this, after what happened to me in the system and still having to live with my mama, that lets me know a lot of these court cases be biased. They just feel like a mother has the rights to her child. But what about the father? That's his seed too. He has rights. But for some reason, they just always want to side with the women. The man got to go through hell and how he damn near got to go to hell to just prove a point. And he can have videotape. They always try to deal with what you said to her for her to see you. They never want to hear. But fellas, there's good lawyers out here that'll take your side. There's women like me and a couple of my little friends that'll listen to you and uplift you and be there for you. Y'all just gotta learn. When y'all go to people and y'all start telling them about y'all situations and they be like, well, that girl this and that girl that, cut them people off. That's lower vibrational energies and they don't need to be in your life. If anybody's trying to tell you you wrong for feeling the type of way about wanting to be a part of your kid's life and your significant ex or baby mother, whatever, is giving you a hard time, anybody that don't have your best interest, leave them alone. Start paying attention to the signs from so-called friends and even family. Man, I don't care who I don't talk to no more. I don't care. I be in this room, y'all. I don't care. I don't care. Sometimes we go through stuff and then we go to people and vent. And sometimes it happens like that just to see their reaction. But we're supposed to take that and learn, but we don't. We just hold, oh, that's my friend. She don't mean no harm. No, yes, she do. She don't care about you. She feel like your baby mama right. She feel like your baby mama right. You know what I'm saying? So no, we gotta learn to let everybody go that don't serve our highest good, whoever it is. And fellas, fight for your kids. I know it ain't cheap to go get lawyers and all that, but y'all have, I promise you, if you do your research, y'all have just as much rights as these women, as these mothers. Honestly, y'all do. Especially if you can prove some of the stuff that she doing, and you know what I'm saying? Anytime they texting you or calling you with that, start recording and keeping things like that to prove your point. Because it's not going to be easy for you, but there are people that's willing to help, myself included. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop letting these women, because that same toxic energy she giving you, she giving it to your kids. And then your kids be mad at you and having an attitude when they come around you. And how am I around? Because your mama done told them you ain't no good and you gonna do this and that. So now they're around you. When you do get them, they're uncomfortable. Start fighting back. Start hitting them too. Just like, because if you go to her house banging on the door and cursing, she gonna call the police on you. So when she come to yours doing that, call the police. Let her go to jail. Nobody wants to sit in jail. I done been in jail a few times. Nobody likes jail. I don't care. You think you're the toughest, baddest gangster. I don't care how many bodies you got. You don't want to go to jail for a traffic ticket. It's not fun. It's not cool. So start hitting away here. You got to start teaching people lessons. Life, that's what life is about. Lessons, right? We came here, our soul have a purpose here. We came here to learn lessons, live, love, and then we transition. But sometimes we got to teach people. We got to push them into their lessons so they can know, some people just won't grow up or they won't elevate until they're pushed to because they're comfortable being the way they are. So brothers, just take this as a message from your sister and don't think that we all against you. I love my black men. You can't pay me to go to another race. I think y'all are beautiful. Y'all are all kings in my eyes, no matter what you done, no matter whatever. We all make mistakes. We all have things that we got to learn, heal, and grow from. That don't make nobody better than the other. But excuse me, y'all, I'm dehydrated and congested, so I'm dry. But anyway, just go within and just think about things. Think about how you can fight back, because a lot of y'all want y'all kids. I see it and I'm tired of it. And just talking to my dad, and just after all this went on, seeing how I can see the hurt in my dad, and like, it's been damn near 40. I'm damn near 40 years old. I could tell my dad it hurt and, feel like, damn, he, even today, he just left here to go back home, y'all. And, he just kept saying, but I really tried. I didn't, your mom and your grandmother, they would lie to me. And then I literally recall a few times my grandmother would say, I talked to your dad. I'm like, what did he say? Oh, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then when it all comes down to it, it comes out that my dad really was trying. But what could he do? They looking at it like he in the military, he moving around. He ain't got nobody stable there with him, so why would they give him? Then my mama lying, oh, they doing fine, this, that, and meanwhile, I'm beat up, black eyes bruised, getting raped, found molested, treated, not eating for 2 and 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of my family shunning me, like, because they don't want to go against their relative, their mom, their daughter, their sister, whatever. So, it's just a lot. It's a lot, y'all. But to my dad, I know you love me. You ain't got to tell me every 5 minutes. Fine, you can, but I mean, I know it. And I know, you know, all of this, me and you talking about this and everything coming out made you feel some type of way. I can see it in you, and you constantly remind me that you tried and you tried. I know you tried. And I see a lot of brothers try that, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay now. I'm healing from it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I am healing. And me telling these people this can help, you know, them. And fellas, fight for your kids. I'm a woman, but I was a little girl, and I still have a hurt, broken little girl in me because of what I went through. And I wanted my dad, and I was told he didn't want me. So these women are vicious and vindictive and mad. They will sit up there and tell your kids all these bad things about you, turn them against you, and we don't know no better. So we hold on to that until we're old enough to be around you. And even when we start to be able to come to you on our own, we have this resentment that it takes time to let down. So fellas, I don't care what y'all have to do. Fight. Go and find like-minded people that will help you fight. There's people that will go and slick hide and record your baby mom at the club being a thought, beating on you, anything to help you. Just reach out to somebody. Find people that, you know, like I know some resources. Find people that'll help you figure out what you can do to get your child, if your, you know, your child's mother is acting funny, especially, and I'm not even gonna say with little girls and little boys, because for some reason, baby, the enemy is running rampant. All this child trafficking and molestation. These women, you can Google these articles. They getting these boyfriends. They killing these kids because the child crying and the baby mama done went to the store and her boyfriend done beat the baby to death. Or the man that raped his 9-month-old girl, his girlfriend's 9-month-old. How you rape a 9-month-old, bro? They got females out here offering the cooch for free. For free. You know what I'm saying? And these men out here, and little boys are being molested at a higher rate. Honestly, y'all, let me just say this. Boys are being sexually assaulted and molested at a higher rate than young girls. But they don't talk about that. They're being, you know, sodomized and things like that. And these young men are, you know, hypersexual and aggressive, or they feel like they don't know their sexuality because of this. Fellas, please fight. And I know it's hard, and y'all probably like, man, these women this and these women, man, F them. Get your sister to beat them up. I don't care. Like, do what you gotta do. You gotta start fighting back. They break just how you feel like you give up and you broken. We emotional. Women are, we gonna break first. But as long as you're not giving no pushback, they gonna keep trying you. So with that to say, y'all, please fight for these kids, your sons, your daughters. We need y'all. They need y'all. I'm saying this from the inner child. We need y'all to do that. Because everybody want to act like the men ain't shit, but I'm here as a woman to tell you, no, these women ain't shit. With a capital S-H and I-N-T exclamation point. They ain't nothing. They're worse than men. Women are so vindictive. Women are better liars, cheaters, and everything, because we sit and we think y'all just make moves. So let me tell y'all something. When a woman want to do something, she gonna do it. Fellas, y'all are strong. Y'all are kings. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stand in y'all power and take y'all power back. Men are supposed to lead. I'm single, but when I get a man, I want a leader. I want a man that I'm comfortable with. I want somebody that I feel like, you know, I'm safe with. Y'all got to stand in that power of who y'all are. Stand in your masculine energy and let these chicks know, no, boo-boo, you want to play, let's play. Start taking their ass to court. Let them see how I feel. Take them to court and get your child and put them on child support. You got to start reversing these roles. It go both ways. And again, if y'all need help with that, email me. My email always in the description. Email me and I will definitely get you some help on. If I got to send you emails, whatever, articles, whatever to help you in your area, I can help. Just, there's always people around y'all that want to help. And it might not be your family, because your family be the fakest ones. It might not be the people you think is your friends, because they might not be your real friends. We learn that over time. But just take this and love on kids, man. Love on these kids. Fellas, don't let these women push you away. Don't let these women psych you out. Like, F it then, I ain't finna beg. I keep my money. Don't do that. That's your child just as much as it's hers. She ignorant. There's people that'll help you. Love on your kids and fight for your kids. I promise you, in the end, it's gonna be a good result. I promise you. You gonna feel it. You don't want to end up in my situation where you holding, resentment towards your dad, or your kids resenting you, believing something they saw their mother say, and the whole while it wasn't true. And then your kids in their 20s, and y'all got to have a conversation. That's wrong. And down the line, you might not care now, but it's going to hurt you emotionally, because that's your seed. You're going to always have that connection. I don't care what go on. That's why I say we got to love on each other as a community, period, no matter what, because we got a connection, we got a bind, and that helps strengthen us as a community. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, forget these chicks. Chicks, y'all sad. And if y'all out there living like that, y'all are sorry. Sure is. Y'all sorry and y'all trash. Because if you had somebody, you wouldn't want nobody trying to stop you from moving on because y'all had a child and it didn't work out. You always got to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Stop being like that. That's bitter. Bitter. It's sad. It's vindictive. It's selfish. And it's wrong. And God don't like ugly. He ain't too fine the pretty. So you might be like, well, I'm good. But he ain't too fine the pretty either. All this is vanity on the outside. Nobody cares. What you got to do is what's in here. And God sees everything. Again, he sits high, but he looks low. And the divine don't play, baby. Everything comes back full force. That karma you gonna get, you might be wondering why you can't. I keep losing my job. I ain't making up. Because look how you treated this man with his child. And all you had to do was allow him in his child's life. Some of y'all so stupid. Y'all be bitter. Y'all don't even know if you call your baby daddy, if you wasn't treating him like shit, and say, hey, look, I'm $100 short on my light bill. Oh yeah, I help you. Yeah, that's what's up. You know, they don't mind helping you because y'all have a friendship. Everything ain't got to be relationship and sexual. Y'all got to learn to let go of all that past stuff and move forward for y'all kids, for y'all own peace and happiness. But fellas, stay firm. I love y'all from a genuine space. Like, for real. Like, I'm supporting y'all. I'm behind y'all 100%. I don't care who don't like it. Because I see the hurt in my dad. My dad is, an older man now. Like I said, I'm almost 40 years old. And I watch the hurt in my dad every time he tell me he loved me and he tried. And I know. So, Daddy, I love you too. Me and my kids love you. I'm grateful for you. I'm thankful for everything you do for me and my kids. You might have wasn't able to now, but you are damn sure trying to make up for it now. You ain't even got to overdo that. I love you and Paula with all my heart. Y'all don't have to do none of that. None of this wasn't your fault. I just wanted you to know why I was so cold towards you and this and that. And I was tired of carrying that burden inside of me. So that was for my dad, y'all. And to the rest of the fellas, to all the fathers out here, love your kids. Don't give up on your kids, no matter what these females doing. Play the game with them. If they don't try to have a conversation with them, if they don't want to do it, start playing with them. They come to your door, they acting stupid, record phone calls. Text messages, keep everything for your records. There's ways to help. And even if you got a record, there's still ways around that. They still have to let you see their child, especially if you're on child support. They have to let you have visitation. You just got to know to open your mouth. Don't let them just put you on child support and you just sending money every month, but you can't see the kid. It don't work like that, baby. Know your rights. Know your rights, baby. Look in that description, email me, click on one of my social medias, whatever, and message me and I'll tell you how. I'll see what stage you're in and I'll tell you just what you need to do. But you have just as much rights to your kids. Again, family, I love y'all from a genuine space. I got to get ready to go to my little bridal party, little brunch. I'll be in touch. I'll talk to y'all later. God bless y'all. I love y'all and y'all have a good day. Bye.